What a slick entrance. Slicker than your mom's vajayjay, that's for sure. And also, it's too early in the video to use gamer words. Oh, but be sure, we're gonna do that. Stick around, because we are dropping at least 3 N-words, okay? In any case, it's once again time to talk about competitive Magic the Gathering. So we're obviously talking about cheating and cheating accusations, or blatant cheating. Let's be real. Why the hell would anyone ever care about competitive Magic otherwise, okay? I'm personally hoping it's another situation of someone got caught cheating, confirmed, but Wizards did nothing about it and he still keeps the trophy. Which has happened, by the way, in the past. Which is the greatest stuff ever. You gotta appreciate the level of quality control Wizards does, and with that I obviously mean none at all. None at all. This game is, if the world hell is gonna freeze over before Magic the Gathering has any quality control, either in its competitive scene that doesn't exist even properly, or anything else.
You better believe it's that time again. Did the winner of the Edge of Eternity's Pro Tour cheat? Reddit, Twitter,
God, I hope so.
and Twitch chat are kicking up a storm, and I'm here to settle this once and for all. There's 3 situations I wanted to cover as they present some rule scenarios that players should know. Let's jump into it.
Oh god, look at that. There's like an incident list. It wasn't a single thing, it was multiple. Wow!
Our first situation takes us to Game 4 in the quarterfinals, where we have Johnny Gutman on Esper's Goryo's and Miko.
Goryo's Vengeance. Instant Arcane. The hell is this? Is this a creature? Or what the fuck is an Instant Arcane? Return target legendary creature and card. Oh, wow. 2 mana red legendary resurrection. From your graveyard, that creature gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of your next end step. Yeah, that seems about right. That seems about right for reanimation to win a turn 2. Pretty cool.
Arakinson on Tameshi Belcher. Miko is currently leading with 2 games to 1, and is currently stuck on 2 lands heading into turn 5. Let's watch the clip and see if
Obviously, by the way, I just want to explain to everyone, because maybe you're new to Magic, but having 2 lands on turn 5 is just a skill issue, okay? This has nothing to do with RNG, it's just a skill issue. Miku is obviously just bad at the game, obviously.
you can spot the issue.
Action in the deck here for Gutman, and now there is a Belcher in the yard.
Right.
That is kind of right where you want it.
The audio is ridiculously low.
This will resolve.
Was the draw there from Miko.
I mean, I can turn it up. If I do that, the moment he actually starts talking, your earlobes are gonna explode.
But he does have an archaeologist. He's gonna have to grab a land here, I assume.
Finds a land here. I think that's a Jwari disruption that he can get back. There's a disrupting shoal, but given the hand, I don't think that's what he's going to be looking for here. You can't even.
What? Oh my god, wait! They have pronouns! Holy shit! They have pronouns! Oh my god! They actually have he, him, he. Oh no! This game is so fucked! Man, no wonder they literally make these expansions art to look like garbage. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no wonder Wizards is never talking to me. Oh, god damn, son. That's insane. Also, how the fuck am I supposed to tell what they're playing? I mean, this guy's playing the reanimation because this card mills, right? But other than that, how the hell am I supposed to say, you know, be able to tell anything here? What is this overlay from the 1950s? What the fuck are we talking about here? Why is there an Atraxa here? Well, oh no, what's her name? I don't remember. Why is she dead? I have no idea what the hell is happening.
Vengeance with
also, what is with this absolute detestable Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff, Matt, okay? How the hell am I supposed to know where the field zone is or something like that? Like, what is the point of this? Are you actually supposed to put, like, what are you supposed to put here and here? I have absolutely no idea. Where's the trap zone? Where's the creature zone? What the fuck is this? Is this seriously an official thing? Jesus.
Cards in your hand. So just found a land here. We're just choosing which card to get back as a land. And takes the 3, can represent the...
Did you see it? Miko casts a Falagi Archaeologist, a 2-mana 0/3 which says, when this creature enters, mill 3 cards. You may put a non-creature, non-land card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you don't, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And he mills over Hydroelectric Laboratory, Disrupting Shoal, and Druari Ruins. Miko then appears to shortcut and puts the Druari Ruins into play, puts the other 2 cards back into his graveyard, does what appears to be a signal to pass the turn, appears to say, pausing Johnny, and then decides to put the Hydroelectric Laboratory into play, untapped, and pay 3 life. Now I will point out that if Johnny wanted to, he could have called a judge over, as I believe there would be reason enough to argue that Miko made his choice of the tapped land and then passed the turn. However, that's not the big issue.
Oh, come on, okay, listen, if you're calling the judge for a minor infraction like that, you're just a fucking loser, okay? Good thing he didn't call the judge, okay? Very Canadian of him. Okay, listen, if this is why no one... You could have called the judge. No, you could not call the judge, okay? We're ruling an official judgment verdict that you should not have called the judge because that's lame as fuck. No one cares, okay? Listen, no one cares. And if you disagree with this, this is why normal people don't like Magic, okay? Because that's fucking stupid.
Both Hydroelectric Laboratory and Druari Ruins are the back face of a modal double face card. Hydroelectric Specimen, a creature spell, and Druari Disruption, an instant. And the Falagi Archaeologist can only return a non-creature, non-land card. So Miko only had the choice between Druari Disruption, Disrupting Shoal, or putting a +1/+1 counter on the Archaeologist. Miko being able to have an untapped blue source immediately came into play, as on Johnny's following turn, Miko counters Johnny's spell with Flusterstorm. All thanks
Ooh, that's actually big.
to that extra mana. Now thankfully, Johnny did go on to win this game, so it didn't matter in the long term.
Oh, but what if it did matter? Okay, this actually kind of does matter, okay? This matters a lot, okay? You can't just get out of this by saying, oh, but it didn't matter at the end. What if it did, though?
But it didn't matter in the long term. So was this cheating? Let's look at the infraction
probably.
procedure guide under section 4.8.
Now, if you ask me if that works for not flip lands, I have no fucking clue. I have never actually done that.
Cheating is defined as a person breaks a rule defined by the tournament documents, lies to a tournament official, or notices an offence committed in their match and does not call attention to it. Additionally, the offence must meet the following criteria for it to be considered cheating. The player must be attempting to gain an advantage from their action. The player must be aware that they are doing something illegal.
Must meet the following criteria. Oh, so it doesn't meet both criteria, I guess. Because, you can easily say that you don't know that this is legal, right? Like, who actually knows this type of stuff?
I think it's fair to say that yes, Miko did break a rule, and yes, they did gain an advantage by doing.
Execute him. Execute him now. Okay, don't. Who wants... Like, competitive Magic is probably one of the dumbest fucking things ever created. The only time when it's interesting is when cheating is happening. The only time competitive Magic has meaning is when someone is cheating and getting away with it, which is typically usually. Again, every pro player who wins multiple tournaments is probably a cheater who has not been caught yet, okay? That's the rule of the law. That's what we follow here, and everyone knows it, though. No one cares about competitive Magic. Competitive Magic is the worst competitive thing ever. I have played so many games, and competitive Magic is easily the most boring, stupid, dull thing I have seen in my life, okay? Listen, Wizards of the Coast, some of you are too young or sand is falling off of you to remember this, but when Magic the Gathering Arena came out, Wizards fucking view-botted their own Twitch channel in hopes that people will catch on to Magic the Gathering Arena, to the competitive scene. Spoiler alert, no one gave a fuck. Yeah, that kind of happened.
So, however, were they aware they were doing something illegal? It's hard to say for certain. The flip lands could have been mistaken for the backside of Seagate Restoration, or Miko just completely blanked that Hydroelectric Laboratory was actually a creature card. An investigation
Oh, it's a weird, right. I actually don't know what this card does, so it's fine.
would certainly have to take place here, but this whole situation could have been avoided by simply resetting the double-faced cards back to normal after each game. For those looking to play the Belcher deck, I highly recommend you get into this habit. The next situation that Reddit was calling out as cheating is in Game 5 of this set.
Oh shit, more? Okay, listen, if it's the same dude, if it is the same dude, and this is the championship title, and he has multiple infractions like this, I'm just gonna make a bold prediction because I could not care less. And I'm gonna say, yeah, he knows what he's doing. There's no way you're a competitive player at fucking anything, and you actually do not, and you're not aware, and you do this many minor things. Okay, when you do this many minor things in a row, I have to ask: if someone tells me this is not intentional, then why the fuck is no one else doing that? Why the hell is no one else caught doing, with these many minor infractions in a row? That's the question that you want to ask, because as far as I know, that typically doesn't happen. And now this dude has many of them. That's kind of interesting in my opinion. Granted, again, maybe I'm reaching, but who honestly cares? We're here for fun, and no one cares about this in real life. And if he does this multiple times, I mean, then that first gameplay definitely had an impact, because if I'm his opponent, I'm trying to win, and he fucking pulls shit like this, that screws with my mental. So, disqualify him.
We move to Miko's turn 4.
Not have access to white mana currently.
All right, so can cast Faithful Mending, or can cast Prismatic Ending, or that to Fairy.
His hand is white mana heavy.
Bro.
They play Orderly Plaza untapped, attack with the Harbinger of the Seas, and then proceed to cast the Belcher. The Reddit post mentioning that Orderly Plaza should have come into play tapped, and that Miko played the Belcher a turn earlier than they should have done, and then proceeded to win the game. So there's a few things we need to know here. First,
Wait, what the fuck? I'm completely lost on this.
Can cast Faithful Mending, or can cast Prismatic Ending, or that to Fairy.
His hand is white mana heavy.
they play
Yeah, I can't even understand what's going on.
Orderly Plaza untapped, attack with the Harbinger of the Seas.
Wait, how can you play Orderly Plaza untapped? There's no fucking way. You do not know that your tap land goes into play untapped. There's no way that that's an accident, right?
And then proceed to cast the Belcher. The Reddit post.
And you know what's going to be probably the funniest part? This video is like 2 days old already or something like that. You know what's going to be the funniest part about this? Everyone's going to be... If this guy won because of this, everyone's going to be probably too pussy to say anything about this or call this out.
post mentioning that Orderly Plaza should have come into play tapped, and that Miko played the Belcher a turn earlier than they should have done, and then proceeded to win the game. So there's a few.
So he proceeded to win the game, so he's the champion. Okay, so blatant cheating. Listen, has anyone ever honestly forgotten that they're playing a fucking tap plant? No, they don't.
Few things we need to know here. First, there's a Harbinger of the Sea which says non-basic lands are islands. Secondly, the enters.
Oh, so this. Wait, no, that still applies. It doesn't erase centered step.
Tapped ability on the Orderly Plaza is a replacement effect, as per rule 614.1d. And finally, replacement effects that change how a permanent enters the battlefield can actually look ahead and see what continuous effects would be applied to it and if it would impact the replacement effect. In this case, the land would enter as an island with no other abilities.
Wait, what? That's how it works? What the hell? That's the rule? That's kind of fucking insane.
So it loses the enters tapped replacement effect.
Hey, does this work like... Bro, that's... No. That's just stupid. Wow. I mean, Arena... Does Arena have... I don't know.
And would enter untapped. So no cheating to be found here.
Okay, so that wasn't cheating? Wait, so people... Oh, so people just don't know this. Like, I did not know this.
It's worth pointing out that Johnny did reply to the cheating allegations against his opponent, saying, "Hi, I'm Johnny Gutman, the opponent in the match being discussed. I am 100% certain Miko did not cheat. High pressure situation plus nerves caused him to slip up. It happens to people all the time. Secondly, the suppression ray came in untapped because of Harbinger of the Seas being played. No cheat at all. I also won the game with the hydroelectric specimen incident, so it had no impact on the outcome of the match." The last situation takes us to the finals of the Pro Tour, with Francisco Sanchez.
Wait, how the fuck are you supposed to know this? Like, how are you... Non-basic lands are islands. I thought that that's just an additive. This is a non-basic land, and it's just an island now, so it works with things that says, you know, like, island walking or whatever. And it just erases this? That's so wild.
And would enter out that Johnny did reply to the cheating. Miko came in untapped.
Also, this is currently way more... Bro, can we not even have good drama? Can we not even have good drama in the tournament scene, okay? Can That's lame.
Because of Harbinger of the Seas being played. No cheat at all. I also won the game with the hydroelectric specimen incident, so it had no impact on the outcome of the match.
By the way, I love that this is just literally some fucking random Reddit account, and it's like, "Hey guys, I'm this person actually." Well, so am I, sweet cheeks, so am I.
Of the match. The last situation takes us to the finals of the Pro Tour, with Francisco Sanchez on Azorius control.
Okay, we only care about their pronouns.
Tour.
Whoa, wait, what is this? This guy doesn't have I don't see any pronouns. Look at this, there's pronouns here. Did Wizards, I forget to add his pronouns? That's fucked up.
Situation takes us to the finals of the Pro Tour, with Francisco Sanchez on Azorius control, and Michael
Oh god, look at this Tefati. It creates nightmares for people. Also, what the hell is with that purple lightning? Oh, what the fuck?
Benedetto Plummer on Tameshi Belcher.
Is his name Plumber?
We're in the middle of game 1, and both players have a number of cards in hand. However, if Michael top decks the signature Belcher...
Wait, I love the fact that this is the competitive scene.
Belcher.
Here's a card that insta-wins you the game on turn 5, or 4, depending on if you have ramp or whatever. That's it. that's fucking it. Either I draw this and you have no counter for it and I win, or you don't. God, competitive Magic is the best, boys, okay? They might as well play rock, paper, scissors at this point. At least that has some skill expression in it.
Yeah. We're in the middle of game 1 and both players have a number of cards in hand. However, if Michael top decks the signature Belcher, he'll likely take the first game.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's watch the clip.
Land there. So if Francisco goes Teferi, Orm's Chanchu. Oh, is not going for it here though.
Instead, he's just going to pass turn back here.
Yeah, see what Michael chooses to do.
And it's another Tameshi.
It is another Tameshi. So.
Okay.
He's going to play Orm's Chant in response. But from Francisco's perspective, this just means he can't die this turn.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Because if you're on Michael's side, you still have a Flare of Denial.
And then any subsequent games will have sideboards in play.
So we'll see what Michael finds. Excuse me, Francisco finds here.
He's activating Tameshi as Michael.
Right, drawing a card.
Get that card. But as we mentioned, there's only so much he can do here, even if he could generate 100 mana.
Right, Orm's Chant has resolved. But Michael has lots of mana to work with here. What is that, 6, 7, 10 mana currently? Play a land for turn, so that would be 11 on the following.
Okay, so let's go through that.
I have absolutely no idea what these cards even are.
On Michael's first main phase, he casts Tameshi, and in response, Francisco casts Orm's Chant, which says target player can't cast spells this turn. If the spell was kicked, creatures can't attack this turn. Both spells resolve.
Well, actually, no, this one. But what is the slowness? That's what I'm talking about here. But I don't remember what this does even. When one or more non-creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once. Return a land you can throw to its owner's hand. Return target artifact or drop a card blood values from your graveyard to battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so this is a mill combo. Not bad.
Michael activates
No,
Tameshi,
good.
bounces a land, draws a card, and puts the Lotus Bloom into play with the ability.
Lotus Bloom, now this is what I'm interested in. I don't know, this is suspend 3/0. I'm not gonna read.
They then suspend a second Lotus Bloom and pass the turn. So what was the issue?
No idea.
Suspending the Lotus Bloom.
Okay.
Now before you get in the comments, let's quickly review Lotus Bloom and Orm's Chant. Okay, so Orm's Chant says target player can't cast spells this turn. Simple enough. Lotus Bloom says you can suspend the card for 0 mana with 3 time counters. But let's take a closer
is suspend casting.
look at what suspend actually says. As per rule,
Rather than I already see. So this is not a cast, so it's not breaking drills. Okay, so all of the God, this is like my comment section when some Okay, so this is just people not understanding what's fucking happening, okay? This is it? This is all the drama? This is it? That's all we have here?
actually says, as per rule 702.62a, suspend n-cost means if you could begin to cast this card by putting it onto the stack from your hand, you may pay cost and exile it with n time counters on it. This action doesn't use the stack. So already we can see the problem. In order to suspend a card, you must be in a position where you could cast it.
Oh.
In this case,
yeah, and you can't cast it. Ew.
Orm's Chant was preventing Michael from casting spells, so they wouldn't be able to cast.
God, the fucking fact that, by the way, this needs an explanation, even though it's literally written on the card, rather than cast this card from your hand. Oh, that's so wild. That is so stupid. Rather than cast, like, why would you even print this word on it? Rather than cast. I mean, if you're not casting it, then it's not a cast, and this should not apply to it, right? Makes perfect sense in my mind, but no.
Cast this Lotus Bloom, which means they're not allowed to suspend it. It's worth pointing out that the reverse is true. If you cast Born Upon a Wind, which says you may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. You can actually suspend cards during your opponent's turns. So, did Michael cheat? Did they break a rule? Yes. Did they gain an advantage? Yes. Were they aware that they would do
Probably not. This is the classic thing of be aware of blah blah blah.
doing something illegal? Again,
How can we know? Yeah, this is stupid.
this is where we get stuck. We can't know for sure. An investigation would have to take place and the judges would make the final call here. And for those curious,
I mean, just fucking hire an expert. It's that simple.
this play did not make a difference to the game as Michael went on to win on his following turn. Now, as always, if you learned something,
That's fucking insane. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. It happened again. Did the Pro Tour winner cheat? Oh my god, I was expecting something more spicy. See, this is why people are giving hope on anything interesting happening in Magic, because, I mean, this is the closest you can get to anything interesting happening in a fucking tournament. Just a bunch of Redditors not understanding rules or whatnot. Granted, I did not know a single one of these rules. And you know what? I literally could not care less. And so I hope you also don't, because the alternative's pretty sad. In any case, that was Attack on Cardboard 10 out of 10. Bye.